Picture this. You're walking through the mall following your nose to find the Auntie Anne's cinnamon pretzels. Because Mom said if you got all A's, you could have one cinnamon pretzel. Just then, tragedy strikes. Our hero takes a deep sniff, pulling in as much sweet cinnamon pretzel air as he can, just as he passes the Dread store. Teenage body odor and enough Axe body spray to stop a charging moose flood out of the retailer. With just enough strength remaining to look up at his foe, he sees long hair and acne scars looking back, and the name tag, it reads, Hot Topic. I'm Kyle. Hi, by the way. Yes, Hot Topic, the store my very Christian mother told me to turn my head away from when we walked by it in the mall. The first Hot Topic opened its doors in 1989 with the goal of catering to the emo and goth and alt kind of cultures. They would sell band posters and band t-shirts and costume jewelry, like the spiky chokers where if you ever wanted to nod yes, you'd probably need a new tongue and chin and lower jaw afterwards. But the store itself started off as a boutique, a store, a retailer for people who weren't generally catered to. In the late 90s, early 2000s, you weren't going to see a lot of goths and emos at, let's say, Bed Bath & Beyond. The store was something of a natural habitat of the mall goth, the outsider, a wonderland for the weirdo, a society for the antisocial, an oasis for Oasis t-shirts. Today is gonna be the day. And I'm absolutely certain that nothing has changed and everything's exactly the same. Come along, let's take a look. That's a little different. While the goth and emo market started fading back into the dank and dirty basements from which they came, or maybe just got jobs and started families and kind of grew out of the rebellious years, the trends were generally on a downward spiral. Not to say there's not still goths now. Hey. But in general terms, the culture was shifting. And Hot Topic seems to have noticed that. While fads and trends will come and go, there is one group that will always be around, and always has been around. And that would be the culture of counterculture. I mean, looking through the entirety of written history, it's pretty hard to find a point in time where there was no counterculture. Like even back in Babylon, you're gonna tell me that the people who were writing out, writing, that's crazy, these idiot farmers don't know how to write, they don't even know who Gilgamesh is, dude, that's crazy. Bro, we are so different. We are so different because we know how to write. There's been counterculture throughout all of time, which leads me back to Hot Topic. Yes, I have spent weeks, I have spent months in the lab trying to figure out the right, the proper, the correct term. And my friends, I have done it. I present to you Hot Topicification. Why are you laughing? Stop laughing. I would love to have been in that room when the first, let's say, jock, big muscly football player, when that first jock turned to his constituents and said, "Excuse me, gentlemen, who do you think might win in, let's say, a bout of fisticuffs? Goku or Superman?" I would say the first instance of modern Hot Topicification occurred in 2008 with the release of Iron Man, and then that was swiftly followed up with hammer nailing the comic book movie genre home with The Dark Knight. I mean, just imagine being a nerd or weirdo, whatever, in 2008, and you've had you've had previous ones. There's the Fantastic Four movie. I'm saying movie because the second one doesn't count, and that was really good, but now you've got two. You've got two smash hit, amazing movies, one of which starts the biggest franchise that I think has ever existed, not counting like Pokemon and stuff. Movie franchise. Finally, there's two movies that are specifically for you and your nerdy, weird interests. And other people seem to like it too. Maybe a little too much. Maybe they like these movies too much. No, these movies were made for me. I'm the one who these movies were made for, not you. You can't like Batman, you can't like Iron Man. This society sucks. Just another thing everyone's stolen from me. I hate this society. We live in a society, dude. I'm just like the Joker. Wait a minute. I'm just like the Joker. Now, with those little hints, I want you to take a second and guess. What do you think Hot Topicification is? Leave a comment. I want to go through and see if anyone is correct. Is this a little bit more for my ego than anything else? Yes. Please. Hot Topicification. Verb. The act of taking a character or franchise and taking only the base surface level positive characteristics to turn them into a symbol or idea that is worthy of being idolized. Now, if you were a teen in the late 90s to early 2000s, chances are you felt like grown-ups starring Adam Sandler didn't understand you. Lucky for you, there's a place who understands that no one understands, and understands that, understandably, you'll pay good money to dress in a way that only you and other people who understand. Understand? And that place is none other than Hot Topic. By now, the modern culture seems to be pretty fed up with the hot topicification of the Joker, given the poor reviews of the Joker Folie à Deux movie, and the lack of if you're not with me, you're against me, Joker, ha 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 memes that I've seen on Facebook from the interesting people that I used to go to high school with. But the movie part is kind of interesting. Folie à Deux is serving as kind of the burial of the Joker Hot Topicification. It's a little ironic because I think the first movie, the Joker, kind of served as the climax, the height of the Joker, nobody understands me, this society sucks, dude, I'm just like the Joker.
There's plenty of anger right now. How can you have more?
You don't think it'll exacerbate the problem?
David, I mean, I know you're a sophisticated guy. The world is a mess. The world is as angry as it gets. Well, you think this is going to cause a little more anger? The world is an angry place.
After Hot Topicification, the Joker doesn't laugh because he's insane. He laughs because he's already broken free of the chains of society, and he's laughing at you because what are you doing? You're insane. You're the insane one. You need to break free, be free. Come on. You gotta stand up to the man, or in this case, the Bat. As a disenfranchised counterculturalist, I'm willing to put aside the murder and the insanity and the Harley abuse because I idolize the traits of strength and charisma and fear. And I like that the Joker dresses bombastically because, well, I don't, but the character I'm portraying, editing at him, put something funny on me. Thank you. Now, mind you, I'm not trying to say people who shop at Hot Topic or like the Joker are whiny losers who want to be supervillains. Though liking the Joker in 2025 is a little cringe.
I'm the Joker, baby!
We just need a little rest from the Joker and then he can come back better than ever. Whatever, it's fine. Hot Topicification is just a term that I came up with to describe the culture of counterculture shifting. The people that used to victimize me and made fun of me and were mean to me now like the things that I like. So I guess I can't like them anymore. You like Batman, you like Punisher with all those dudes at the gym that have Punisher on their water bottle and have never picked up. Anyway, but that just, honestly, I'm gonna keep rolling with that. Here we go, a little improv time. They don't understand. They don't understand Batman like I do. I love Batman. They probably don't even know who the Batman Who Laughs is. They probably never even read The Killing Joke. They don't even understand Batman like I understand Batman. He's just a character you don't have any ownership over. If you had ownership over him, your name would be Michael Uslan. I met Michael Uslan. I'm getting off topic. Okay. But isn't it kind of weird that all those dudes at the gym have Punisher stuff on their water bottles or shirts or whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the Punisher show just as much as everyone else. That was a cool show. I'm getting off topic. Let's get back on topic. But why Hot Topic? Thank you for asking. You're very welcome. As previously touched on, Hot Topic has changed a little bit. Where they used to sell like band posters and dangerous jewelry and approximately 60 billion of this one My Chemical Romance t-shirt, they now sell nostalgia bait and Has Been Hotel merch and Funko Pops and Funko Pops and Funko Pops and Funko Pops and Funko Pop. Toys can't hurt you. The toys can't. Why does Wet Hot American Summer need Funko Pops? Okay. What else do they have? What else do they have? God! And of course, they still have that one My Chemical Romance t-shirt. Now it's in the flavor of jacket. Only when researching for this video did I really realize just how much inventory Hot Topic has, but that also kind of helps my point. I'm proposing the idea that counterculture is in a shift right now. I've been using mostly like a superhero reference because that's an easy one to pinpoint kind of the point where it starts and where it ends. It starts, in my opinion, with The Dark Knight and the Joker weird, society sucks, you don't understand me, you don't want to spend a minute inside this twisted mind of mine, you know, Facebook nonsense. But the primary example I'm using is that superheroes are pop culture now, so I'm not really allowed to like those anymore. You'll note allowed. The counterculture frequently puts upon itself rules that they are not allowed to be like the pop culture. After all, if you were in the counterculture, but you like pop culture things, how counterculturalist could you be? But for another example, anime and manga. Now, I've got my own theories and opinions and feelings about how actually counterculture anime and manga were, and I'll probably make a video about that, so subscribe if you want to see that. But anime is something that has very quickly become pop culture. Like, we grew up with it. We grew up with One Piece. My generation, I should say, grew up with One Piece, and we grew up with Dragon Ball, and like Avatar and Cyberpunk, Edge Runners, both clearly take from the anime art style, and given Rotten Tomatoes scores, I think people were pretty on board with that. Though Avatar has been Hot Topicified in and of itself, and that's not a discussion for right now. Anime. But even like how do I say this? The Sewer Slide Squad Isekai. I don't know if I'm big enough to be docked for saying the unalive word, but hey, if you want to help me get big enough where I will get docked for saying the unalive word, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. The Suicide Squad Isekai. Big name properties in Western cultures are looking to anime and manga for stylization because the market is so huge. I'm gonna put up a graph right here. So this is a graph of the comic book sales around the world. You'll note that DC and Marvel are not the biggest competitors. Without looking at it right now, I think like Shonen has it was like 43% of the market, the Shonen Jump series. Manga and anime are huge, and they're coming everywhere. Not just to America, they're coming everywhere because they're pop culture. But we see it yet again, when One Piece and Dragon Ball become popular with the jocks or the preps or anyone that's not supposed to like it. Well, then the people who hold the opinions that certain people aren't allowed to like it have to move on to other shows. Actually, let me get my anime watch list out. We have to move on to shows like Ouran High School Host Club. I finished that not too long ago. That time I was reincarnated as a slime. I don't know if I want to get into that. Let me know if I should get into that. And then The Eternity Date, a single date that lasts 6 seasons and has a super depressing ending that you're definitely going to want to see and recommend to your friends. But when your friends say they're not into it, you tell them it gets better in season 3, but watching till season 3 is way too much commitment for a show that you're not super interested in. I guess that's on them though. They don't have the fortitude or taste to understand The Eternity Date like you do. But no, that's not it. You like being punished for enjoying things. It's not this show, The Eternity Date. Yes, this is still the title, and Adam is totally not making a point with this joke about anime with super long titles. Even that reference to Adam, wave to the camera, Adam, is still part of the title of The Eternity Date. Yes, this is still part of the title. No, you like things that punish you for liking them, because other people will be punished too if they try liking the things you like. Other people aren't as strong as you. That's the real draw to The Eternity Date, and now this is the end of the title of The Eternity Date. I've heard the theme song for that one is really, really good. Let me know. While Hot Topic has moved in a more pop culture direction, there's still plenty of room for the niche and the small. I'm not talking about like deep levels of anime niche. I don't see any... Nope, no, that time I was reincarnated as a slime Funko Pops. We are good. Can never be too careful. But like Adventure Time merch, it's still prevalent. Like you've got these cute socks and shirts and all that. I would talk about Invader Zim, because there's a lot of Invader Zim stuff, but I did not have Nickelodeon back then. You may now feel sorry for me. Thank you. Mind you, I think shows like Adventure Time and Steven Universe and Gumball were so influential over at least my generation, the people who were around 15, 16, 14, somewhere around there in 2014, is because that was kind of a transitional period. We were getting to the age where we no longer were supposed to like cartoons because you're getting older, you're more mature now, you need to stop watching those cartoons. Cartoons are for kids. Why? Well, you need to watch shows that are appropriate for your age. These are appropriate for my age. While the other teenagers were moving on to the CW and watching Riverdale or whatever trash was on ABC Freeform. Not ABC Family, Freeform. I remember when that switch happened. I didn't understand it then and I don't understand it now. In my opinion, as the person who came up with the Hot Topicification term, these shows hot topicified themselves. They had stories about acceptance and themes of inclusion and characters who just wanted to be better people. Not every episode was a Dragon Ball fight, but instead learning to understand each other. Why would I want to watch goofy, annoying, weird shows like The Fosters with so much drama when I could watch something that I really enjoy and something that I really like and has good messaging that I'm gonna take with me into the following years? And the fact that those shows were on during that transitional period and having the messages that they did, they resonated. They resonated with their audience and were taken with the audience even after they went off air into the future, into their adult lives. Which leads me to the number one thing about Hot Topicification and what made me think of Hot Topicification in the first place: merch. It baffles me that a show that has been off the air since 2018 still has so much merch. Like I said, the cute socks, you got the shirts. No, 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 no! I have been instructed. I would like to take back every negative thing I've ever said about Funko Pops. They're very cute, and you should collect them all. Listen, you have to stop buying Funko Pops. They're littering our oceans with vinyl. They're the Beanie Babies of the modern age. You have to stop buying Funko Pops. Now, aside from these incredible works of art, it's not fair to judge a piece of property or a piece of media by its merch. The merch is not supposed to tell you why someone likes a character. It's supposed to tell you that they like a character. The best pieces of merchandise take one little aspect, a little bit of that character's personality and display it. You take a popular character, slap that bad boy on a shirt, you're in business, raking in the money. So you've taken a beloved character, you've put some piece of their personality on a piece of merchandise, someone buys it, they display that they love this character, and everyone around them has no idea what they're talking about. Unless they've seen that show, unless they've engaged with that piece of media, no one's gonna instantly know, ah yes, Vegetable Man, the Prince of the Saiyans. What a wonderful story of enemies to lovers? No, they're gonna look at the dude with the spiky hair who's a little shorter than the dude in the orange. Dragon Ball is pretty well known at this point, so I don't think it would be out of the question for people to know the story behind it, but in a lot of cases of merchandise, people who haven't engaged with that piece of media, they don't know what the heck is going on. They see a character, they think, oh, they like that show, that's nice. I wonder if I should watch that, might be good, might be bad, what's for lunch? Anyway, moving on with my life. It's not fair to judge a character or a property by the merchandise. Yet this is what made me think of Hot Topicification. Why do we like heroes? We like heroes because they exemplify a universal good of truth, of justice, of bravery, of leadership, of charisma. We can like heroes like Batman, like Percy Jackson, like Kaladin. They're heroes, they've saved the day, they deserve to be applauded. We've taken this snapshot, this one frame of a character, of a hero, and we put upon that snapshot all the wonderful, good things about them. The issue is if they deserve those good things or not. Now, I'm not strong, I'm not brave, I'm not a natural leader. I am smart though. The character that most represents this idea of hot topicification, and I can say that because I came up with the term, is Rick Sanchez. The character of Rick is to positive character traits as Rick and Morty fans are to Rick and Morty. There's a couple good ones. Flash back in your mind to the height of Rick and Morty popularity. A man turning himself into a pickle was the funniest shit you've ever seen, and remember how it all made you feel. Better, remember how it made other people feel. Remember how people would idolize this character because he's so smart and he's so cool and he's basically a god, dude. I am just like Rick. I am just like Rick, dude. I am just like Rick. They took that snapshot, and upon that snapshot they placed intelligence and good, I guess, like good to his family sometimes. And they held that snapshot on high and said, yes, this is what I want to aspire to. This is a good thing. Need I remind you of the Szechuan instant?
Wait, you guys have no Szechuan sauce? No. I want Szechuan sauce. Where's my Szechuan sauce? I'm Pickle Rick. What below Dum Dum? I'm Pickle Rick. 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 I'm Pickle Rick. Rick. Rick.
The character who is miserable and his self-ascribed catchphrase is a cry for help, held upon a pedestal, taken as a wonderful, wonderful, in some of these cases, role model. If you get smart enough, you can do whatever you want. Good character, bad person. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the other side of hot topicification. This side that must be taken by the production studio or the company of any kind of any property or media that you engage with. I'm going to talk about Star Wars for a second. The thing that made these sequels bad was not politics or race or religion or anything like that that people love to complain about online, and they're always wrong. The reason a lot of Star Wars material has been bad is because they lost what Star Wars is about. And that's not the fault of the fans. In fact, Disney listened to the fans. The fans got what they wanted. They got more lightsaber colors. They got a new droid that they think is gonna be cute. They got more Ewoks. They got more Force. They got more Yoda. They got more Mandalorians. And what did it pan out to? A couple good shows. The first movie of the sequels was not bad. I liked it. It was just kind of a retelling. It is not the job of the fan to know why they liked something. It's not the job of the fan to know that they liked the right thing. It's not the job of the fan to know what comes next, or if something even needs to come next. That is the job of the creator. And when the creator is more worried about money, and because more lightsaber colors means more money, and because cuter things in the movie means more money, you seem to have lost your story. And when you have lost your story, you've lost everything. Poetic. When Baby wants something. It is first the job of the parent to assess what baby needs. And if what baby needs and what baby wants aligns, baby can have what baby wants. And in this metaphor, you're the baby. For our last example, I want to talk about Wicked. Specifically because I want to see if the algorithm will give me any leeway. This probably should have come out like a few months ago, but it didn't, so moving on. Theater people have almost always seen themselves as outcasts. When I was talking about outcasts at the beginning, I specifically had in mind in the day of Shakespeare. Players and playwrights would spend their free time with whores. People who were only there for entertainment. They were looked down upon in society. They had similar social standings. Theater people have always thought of themselves as outcasts. Now I'm going to play a couple clips for you, and I want you to tell me what you see. Now, aside from poor theater manners and some just mediocre singing, what did you see? That is an outcast group trying to hold on to what they think is just theirs. The pop culture has been inoculated to the movie musical with La La Land and The Greatest Showman, Good Music, Bad Story, and Mamma Mia and Rent, and all of these movies that have slowly crept their way into the zeitgeist. And with the marketing budget of Wicked, I'd be surprised if anyone in this country didn't know that Wicked was coming soon to a theater near you. If you went to a high school of a good enough size, chances are you knew at least one or two theater people that would just randomly do spins and applaud themselves and pat themselves on the back because that was such a good Sinead turn. I know I'm gonna make it on Broadway. And once I make it on Broadway, all these guys who are ignoring me are gonna be so upset that they ignored me because I'm gonna be rich and famous. The self-ascribed outcasts, trying ever so hard to hold on in that stranglehold to what they consider theirs. Wicked comes out, it is positively received. What? No, you can't have it. That's mine. That's my culture. You're stealing my culture. We are quickly seeing the movie musical and Broadway and Wicked specifically become hot topicified. Now, there's no saying what exactly will happen when Wicked Part 2 comes out, but if I had to put money on it, if I had to guess, it would be the usual. Actually, if you think about it, Galinda was actually the good guy the whole time. Fierro got what he deserved. Okay, and of course there's always the classic, it was better on Broadway. Cultures shift, cultures move on, cultures go through wibbly wobbly lazy rivers to get to final points. But really there is no final point. There is a point that you can hold on to for maybe an extended period of time. But along that lazy river of cultural exchange, ideas are gonna move. That is the nature of ideas. Outcast culture in all times and in all places will try to hold on to what they consider theirs, while the pop culture says, ooh, that's neat, ooh, let me get a little of that, a little of that, a little of that, and the outcast culture will kick and scream and punch and cry, trying to hold on to what they consider theirs. Hot Topicification, the act of taking a character or property and taking only the surface level positive characteristics to create an idea or symbol that is to be revered and looked up to. It is not wrong for people to want to hold on to something that they consider theirs. It is not wrong to hot topicify something that they consider theirs. The issue comes when holding on to something so tightly, not only have you erased everything that made the character or story unique, but you have come to idolize something that does not deserve to be idolized. So, just a fun little thing I thought about. Hey, they can't silence me forever. Don't buy Funko Pops. Also subscribe to the channel, comment anything about your favorite Hot Topic items, and like this video. Also, share this video with any of your friends that buy Funko Pops so we can warn them. They can't keep getting away with this. They can't keep getting away.